There's 3 new ultra profitable mining rigs, and they don't mine some obscure coin. They mine Dogecoin as well as Litecoin, 2 top cryptocurrencies. To be more precise, Dogecoin is the 9th biggest cryptocurrency when ranked by coin market cap. And Litecoin, fallen from previous numbers, still very high, still very valuable, ranked at number 27 with an $8 billion market cap. Doge market cap, 32 bill. And these cryptocurrencies are merge mined, putting out over $3 million per day to those miners. We're going to be looking at the new Bitmain Antminer L11, the Bitmain Antminer L11 Pro, and the Bitmain Antminer L11 Hydro 6U. I'm Vosk. You're on the VoskCoin YouTube channel. Subscribe. Let's dig into it. Bitmain Antminer L11, 20 gigahash a second, 3,680 watts. Like I told you so. Hate to be that guy, but I told you so that Bitmain was going to turn around and release better Dogecoin miners than Alpha Packs for a similar price point. So, 27 bucks a day. At 7 cents per kilowatt hour, that would only cost $6.18 a day to run. 21 bucks a day of profit. $7,600 annually added to your pocket. How about the Pro model? Slightly better, slightly more efficient, right? We go from 0.18 joules or watts per megahash to 0.17. $28 a day, 22, 8,100 nearly annual income there. Profit. Now the big boy, 33 gigahash a second, maintaining that same efficiency. 0.17 weighs 50 kilograms. Okay, that's European for a lot. 44 bucks a day, 12 grand a year, or 16 before you account for that electricity. This is huge news. I mean, any way you look at it, Dogecoin is the second most profitable coin to mine by far. There's more money to be made mining Litecoin now than there is Caspa. Oh, how far. Caspa mining emissions and returns and just the lucrative aspect of it have fallen. It's been like over a year, still waiting on my X5 repair from Bitmain. So don't think that it's all butterflies and freaking donuts and just things go great with mining. I have several miners in for warranty and repair with Bitmain and third parties, and I haven't gotten any of them back recently, which is frustrating. Taking another source here, we can see 3.1 million emission or proof of work production last 24 hours on Dogecoin. Litecoin weighing in at $402,000, nearly $500,000, right? 80% of the way there. Here's the deal, is that a lot of big miners and smaller miners are looking at Dogecoin more seriously on the mining front. We also have a younger generation that may be getting into this. They may feel like Bitcoin is not that interesting at over $100,000 a coin. I mean, if you've been in crypto and Bitcoin for a while, you've seen the rise. It may not be that shocking to you, but what other asset do you buy that's over $100,000? I mean, Bitcoin is in the category that starter homes used to be in, right? You buy a Bitcoin, or you could have bought a starter home. Obviously, you're not buying a starter home for that in anywhere urban or suburbia in this era. Shout out to inflation. Shout out to the just previous generation and government that sold you out. Damn. Anyway, back to mining, right? I'd like to thank today's video sponsor for supporting VoskCoin. That's getsmine.io, and they have a special offer for VoskCoin viewers. You can start mining Bitcoin today with a free trial or just 70% of your payment up front. They run these mining rigs fully managed. The payouts go to your wallet. It's your Bitcoin. I encourage you, if nothing else, why not try their free 7-day trial? They boast that you can mine up to $110 in Bitcoin with zero cost. You experience their real mining experience, and you get to keep the mined Bitcoin. Check them out with the link out in the video description below. So on Bitmain's official web shop site right now, They still only have the L9 listed, the previous model. The L11 are not even out. You can't even have these in hand yet, but they're coming soon, right? So we look at the L9, we get some reference here. L9, $5,600. And very recently, they sold more L7s, right? They brought back a miner that was designed nearly half a decade ago. And they brought that back and sold more of those for $4,000 a piece, right? You get these much lower at volume. But make sure you watch out for tariffs, to be very clear on that. But now we have the L9, $1,500 more than that price point, and we can say that it's essentially hashing at twice the speed at a similar power consumption. And now the L11s are going to be like 15-20% better than the L9s. And another thing, a big note, is that Bitmain is making more and more hydro models, even for altcoin miners. Like, this is kind of crazy. This is kind of unprecedented in the industry, especially for them. If you don't know, Bitmain is the biggest miner manufacturer, for better and worse. To see a Litecoin miner, and they're old school, right? These used to be Litecoin miners. You used to buy the script, which is the mining algorithm for Litecoin and Dogecoin. Oh, my camera light is all off today. I'm not really this pale, not at the moment.
Not so pale.
Man, I was up all night with a screaming baby. But yeah, mining algorithm script, merge mines, multiple cryptocurrencies. By most people's standards, they're all trash except for Litecoin and Doge. Those cryptocurrencies, it used to be all about Litecoin mining, right? You would mine say $15 a day in Litecoin, and then you get like $1.50 or something in Doge. But then Doge went crazy market cap, and they're ironically Dogecoin miners now from everyone's point of view, except for Bitmain, which kind of needs to get with the times on that front. Look at one of the first videos I made on VoskCoin, I don't know, like 7-8 years ago. Reviewing the Bitmain Antminer L3 Plus. So bringing it back to mining now, profitability calculator here, we see all different stuff. So we see one Ethereum Classic miner that will probably break before you make your money back, and I speak from experience. Most of my Jazz miners break. Most of my Bombax miners break. Most of my Ice River miners break. And I'll leave it at that for now. The point though is Dogecoin mining profitability is topping the charts. People aren't as quick or eager or risk adverse to pick these up compared to say Bitcoin miners. We look at the incoming, it's not that far away anymore. The official flagship next generation Bitcoin miner, roughly $8,000 something if you pre-order it now. $19 a day and $13 a day at this electric rate after accounting for that electricity expense, or roughly $4,700 a year. In annual projected profit. We take the lower end L11, probably going to be priced similarly. You're getting $27 a day. That's like $10 a day more per machine for the same capital expenditure. When you look at just the numbers, why wouldn't you go for the Dogecoin miner? Doge has also outperformed Bitcoin if you just look at the last 1 year, up 118 to 125% over the last year. You could say it has a lot of room to run at this market cap compared to Bitcoin, a $2 trillion asset. I think we'll see a Doge pump, right? I mean, Doge hasn't hit an all-time high. I think that this cryptocurrency could really run. It's still down 70%. You could say, well, why? You don't need a fucking reason in shitcoining and cryptocurrency. Have we not learned that over the last several years? However, how long will it stay up there? I personally hold all my Doge, and I think that it's going to trade over $1, and I'm going to sell the out of it when it gets there. If it really goes for a run, these Dogecoin miners could be cheap in the near term. They could be absolute cash cows further out. However, I don't think that Dogecoin has this huge staying power, right? I think that this will pump more than this current price point. And there's going to be an opportunity, maybe a couple, to take profits on the coins, on the miners. I don't like buying miners and then turning around and selling them. I'm too busy. It's not my thing. And I just think that the practice is kind of generally lame. And I'm much more steadfast than I buy a miner. I don't know if I really want it anymore. Let me sell it. I didn't build this big to me mining farm, right? Because I'm half in. Bottom line for me, with good luck and timing, the L11 can make a lot of money, can make a lot of sense. But the S23 is basically a no-brainer, and it still gives you a couple years before the next Bitcoin halving. So interesting to see, but it's not for me. I'll probably pick up a couple anyway, just because I like to have Doge as a piece of my mining farm. But long term, moving forward, the VoskCoin mining farm is going to be a majority Bitcoin mining, with a couple rigs here and there to just review and check out for fun. Maybe 10-20% Dogecoin mining long term. And I've been comparing with placeholder pricing here, right? We go to Coin Mining Central, a sponsor of the VoskCoin YouTube channel. We have an affiliate link in the video description below. If you like our content, please check out Coin Mining Central there. Make sure also, when you go there, make sure you change from the GBP. Let me know in the comments. I don't know anybody that mines with a full-size ASIC miner in Britain or England or whatever. I'm just an American pleb. But anyway, switch it over to USD and then you get a readout on the pricing here. I really do like their categories they have though. It makes it quick and easy. Like, oh, I want to mine Bitcoin. I want to mine Dogecoin. Or maybe I want to look at those BitDeer miners. Or maybe I just want to break it down by a mining algorithm, which is really kind of the same thing as a cryptocurrency, but maybe a couple of different options over there. Anyway, link them out in the video description below. Bringing it back to the pricing here. If it comes out at actually these prices, you'll be getting into the L11 for somewhere between $8,700 and $13.5. Expensive machines. Be careful where you order from, because you don't want to get slapped with a big old tariff bill. It can be just an absolute nightmare and bottom line killer. So hey, I'm Vosk. You're on the VoskCoin YouTube channel. Hope you subscribe. Let's close this out in beautiful style with 10 seconds of Tails. I may have a newborn son, but that'll never replace my baby, my pup, what I've considered always to be my little daughter, Tails. I love Tails. Some people will never understand, but she means so much to me, and she's always been family to me, especially realizing how much I cared for her when we almost lost her due to sickness. Within about 1 year after I picked up that pup. I'll see you later.